to professionals and head to confessional. And once I'm in the booth, I feel real congressional. Welcome to the episode. Please like and subscribe. Don't drink and drive when you can smoke and fly. Soaring so high into the night sky, reaching for the stars, but they landed on a moon pie.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Awkward Intelligence, where we teach, not preach. I'm your host, Intox, along with
Bdot, baby. Bomb droppers.
Welcome to the motherfucking show. Episode 24.
24, baby, we back. Jeez, 24.
Yeah, we're going to have to do something cool for 25. Just because. You know what I mean? Just because.
Yeah.
Because we're only going to hit 25 episodes once. You know?
We ain't going backwards.
Right. So, yeah, when we hit 25, we'll do something a little special. So if you guys stick around for one more episode, if any, you might want to see that one, episode 25 coming up. But right now, we're rocking episode 24. Let's go.
24.
Yeah. What's happening out there? What's going on?
Oh.
Sun's out, guns out.
Yeah,
Feet's out, feet's out, you know what I mean? Y'all doing some grounding out there? I've been getting my grounding on. Yeah, man.
You grounded?
Yeah.
Sir.
I'll roll something up. I'll go stand out in the front yard, walk around, talk to the trees, look at the sun, you know what I mean? Walk around for 15, 20 minutes, whatever. I let the cat out the other day. He was rocking with me. He went in the bushes. He got feral. He started fucking hissing at me and shit. It was wild. And then I was like, okay, well, I guess you live out here now.
That's it. Not come back in this.
I tried to bring you back inside, and he wasn't feeling that. So I was like, okay. But yeah, he was out there for about an hour, and then we coaxed him back in.
Got you. Yeah. You're right. Everything is out right now. Everything is out.
Right. I'm an e-bike rider. I was just talking to Bdot about that. Been getting the bike rides on. Been getting up about, getting out there about noon. It's quiet. Not a lot of people on the trails. There's a nice trail right here around BWI, the airport. It's about a 12-mile trail, and it's a whole circle all the way around the airport. You know, you got to hit the roads and stop at lights and shit like that when possible. But for the most part, it's a 12-mile trail, and you can just follow that whole trail all around. You know, if you're a bike rider, hit as many times as you want. You know what I mean? On the e-bike, I can usually hit it about twice before the power goes out on me. And then it starts getting difficult. I got to actually work. But otherwise, you're cruising the e-bike, and it's just wind in your hair. Yeah. You're cruising. You're just checking out the scenery, getting the sun on you. It's nice, man. It's just peaceful. Yeah, it's just a peaceful chill.
How fast it go?
The e-bike? Up to 20. 20. So like I put it on, like you can put it on a setting where it'll just do like 15. So all you got to do is pedal a little bit, and it'll take you right up to 15. You feel like it's like
wow.
You don't feel like you're doing anything half the time. There's people like you're going up little hills, and people are like struggling up the hill, like getting it, and you just come cruising right by them. They look at you like, what the fuck? And you're like, see, bro, I'm out. I'm not here to do all the work.
Right.
Work smarter, not harder.
Yes, sir. I used to hate that shit though, because going up the hill, you got to stand up. You got to, go up the hill. You're right.
Unless you got some thick thighs or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, shit.
Unless you're putting it together. But yeah, you probably got to
get a little bit. Or you could be smart. If you're going up the hill, don't go up the hill directly.
Ooh.
You got to go sideways. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go on the angle. Right.
It's all about angles.
Yeah.
Weren't we just talking about that?
Definitely was.
I got one for the folks. Check this out on YouTube. Monster Track NYC. I'll throw it up on the screen, but type in Monster Track NYC. There's a couple of different ones. There's one from like 2 months ago that might be the first one to pop up. But we were just watching it, remember? I was just showing it to you.
Crazy.
It's a bike race in New York. Right? It's a bike race in New York. Anything goes. It's like they give you the paper. It tells you 5 or 6, 10 spots, whatever the race is. And you got to go to these spots, but it's all on your own. So you got to hit these spots, get a check mark, a stamp, whatever they got to do at the spot, the checkpoint. And then once you get all your checkpoints, you got to race back to the beginning and turn it in. And based on your time from when they hit go is how they, figure out the winners. And there's probably different, There's probably like fastest female, fastest male, you know, probably age groups, you know, depending on the type of races you get into, because there's a lot of different ones. But Monster Truck NYC is one of them I got into. And it's crazy. I mean, they're going against traffic. They're going with traffic.
Man.
They're cutting across people. What's the one you saw earlier? He ran right into the
This
taxi.
dude ran right into the car. Like, I mean, no brakes, no brakes at all. He was just.
These are fixed gears bikes.
He was maneuvering.
Yeah.
And the cab just came out and
stopped.
he
And
couldn't even do nothing. Just
right into it.
You know what I mean, just running right to that motherfucker. Like, boom. I said, what the?
Most of these riders are using a fixed gear bike with no brakes.
No
so
brakes.
it's like riding a 10 speed with like, okay, so remember your Huffy back in the day?
Huffy,
right?
yeah.
You couldn't spin it. When you hit back it just hit the brakes on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we had no brakes as kids,
Right.
remember that?
Right.
That's what they're riding as
Like
adults
freestyle, yeah.
through the streets. But they're riding like, you know, like mountain bike style that are like that. So they're big bikes, like mountain bikes. One gear, so they're just always pedaling.
Wow.
And no brakes. And they don't stop for shit. They hit intersections. They go in front of cars. They go behind cars. They go through people. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm telling you, light one up, get you a drink, sit back, and watch an hour.
I can't believe what I was saying.
Yeah.
I was like, who would think of shit like this? Just ride around. And then they in traffic. They in the worst area.
Sometimes
in
these
New
things
York
start
City.
at 3 p.m. and last till like 10 or later sometimes. So it's like, how much traffic are these motherfuckers going through?
You are in traffic.
And that's what I'm saying. It's insane. You got to see it. Monster Truck NYC. Check it out. It's definitely cool as fuck.
Yo,
I've been
everybody
watching.
know about traffic in New
Yeah,
York.
it's my new shit. Yeah, right.
And,
then there's bikes weaving in and out.
Just move. Man, you got to check that shit out.
Yeah. We'll
Believe me.
watch a little bit more when the show's over, when we're done with the show.
That's crazy.
Because I'll just roll one up, chilling. Maybe I'm eating dinner or something. I throw that on. It's like a pastime, man. You're just watching this shit. And you're just like, sometimes you get, you know, accidents. Sometimes people fall. Some people hit people in the crosswalk because they're just flying and people aren't paying attention. They're yelling it out. They're like, yo, you know, like trying to get people's attention and stuff. But if people aren't paying attention, there's some motherfuckers that wreck and shit. It gets intense. It gets intense. They're cutting through. You seen the one where it's like right in between two little cars?
Man.
You're like, there's no way you're gonna go through there, and they just go.
They just slide right through there.
I was like, they're just
With ease.
slicing and dicing.
With ease. I mean, like, people is crossing the street. It's like 50 people crossing the street at one time.
And they're going right through them.
They going right through these people. People with strollers out there.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they just maneuver.
I saw a lady
It's
with a
crazy,
stroller
man.
just start running because she saw him coming. She just started running across the street like, I gotta get past these motherfuckers. They don't give a fuck.
That's some wild. That's a wild event, a wild sport.
Yeah, there's different ones. There's ones called Alley Cat, Three Blind Mice, you know, Monster Track. I mean, once you look up Monster Track, you're gonna find so much other shit too. You know, Hotline. I think there's one called Hotline, and they'll just follow a rider for like 10, 15 minutes, and you're just following them. So you're trying to follow their line. So you don't know what they're about to do. They're just going. They just might be like, I'm trying to get to 106th and whatever and park. And they dip and they're gone. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's crazy. That was an actual show.
it was. That's why I said that. I was just fucking around. I was
You look
trying.
kind of lost for it, but you was like, all right, 106 and Park.
All I could remember was 106 and
Yeah,
Park, but
I was like,
I
wow.
was trying to say something else, but I'm like, I don't know nothing else. I'm not from New York, folks.
Right.
So I just threw Park in there. It made sense.
Definitely made sense to me. I was like, wait a minute. That was his show before. 106 and Park. That's crazy you said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you knew about it.
Yeah. That's that after school special, man. About, was it like 5 or 6 p.m., something like that? 106 and Park would come on. So all your like afternoon cartoons were done. That's when 106 and Park would come on. Now it's time. Same thing like they would do us on Saturday mornings, remember?
Saturday morning.
They'd run us Saturday morning cartoons, and then after that was on, Soul Train would come on.
Soul Train.
Yeah.
Yeah. On Saturdays, I used to watch wrestling and shit.
Wrestling. Because then at that, once the cartoons were over, it's free for all. Go do whatever you want to do. But like some people would stick around for Soul Train. And then everybody else would dip off and do other shit. So yeah, you'd catch wrestling. What did you like? What kind of wrestling would you watch back then?
What's that? WWF.
Yeah, I remember it as WWF
Yeah, shit,
too.
come on now.
Yeah,
But I remember.
yeah, Hulk Hogan and
Ultimate
Andre the
Warrior.
Giant, Ultimate Warrior,
You know.
Randy Savage,
Tugboat.
yeah,
Man, Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard Dog,
The Animal.
the Animal.
Man, I know some people.
They was out. They was back there.
Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, before The Rock, before
Yeah,
all these
before.
motherfuckers that are like up here now, like what's the other? Ric Flair back then. Remember Ric Flair?
Woo! Hell yeah. Ric
Flair
Flair,
was
shit.
crazy.
He's still showing his face a little bit.
Somewhere he's out there.
Yeah, he what do he do? He do commercials and shit. Yeah, he shows his face a little bit. Woo!
Yeah, yeah, wrestling, all that shit, man.
But my man, though, Undertaker, he's still in the game.
Undertaker's still out there.
Yeah, he's still out there. The Undertaker.
Undertaker's still doing shit. See, I would have never realized that he was still out there wrestling. Like, fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a fucking career. That's like a 30-year career.
Shit.
20 at
It
least.
might be longer than that.
Oh, shit.
I'm telling you. Boy, times has really changed.
Yeah.
Times definitely a change.
Yeah, people are coming and people are going, man. You
Yeah.
know?
I'm just glad I was born in the era I was born in, to see
Yeah.
how it is
We were,
and how it is now.
yeah, we're here for a purpose. We're here for a reason. We're supposed to be here. You know. We're supposed to know what we know, bridge the gap. That's why I always say the Gen Xers, man, we're bridging the gap between the old folks and the young folks, because KRS-One had a little clip that I shared with people the other day. He said, when old people listen to young people, they become faster in the old people, category. When young people listen to old people, they become faster in the younger people community, So by younger people talking to older people, they're getting that knowledge, And then by older people talking to the younger people, they're gaining that knowledge. So the Gen Xers, we're like in between both of those groups. So we're bridging the gap of that, and that's part of the stuff we talk about of, like having masculinity back in the community. They've stripped it from us. They've demasculated a lot of our communities.
Droppers.
And they take it away from us to a point where we feel like we can't do nothing anymore. We're like our hands are tied behind our backs. And that's why sometimes I feel like everybody's always going, when an event is happening and we're watching somebody film it, and then everybody's going, why are you just sitting there filming? What are you doing? What are you up to? Why is everybody just filming? So I think because a lot of it is because of the demasculation of our society, people don't want to step in no more. People don't want, people don't want to do stuff, So you're looking at, what I'm trying to get to it is like, I think back in the day, when things were happening in our communities, the men stepped up and said, okay, what's going on here? How can we fix this? Right. Okay, maybe we need to go talk to these people's parents and start figuring out what's going on. Maybe they need help. Maybe maybe there's something going on at their house they need help with. Let's go figure that out and figure out why these people are acting out and doing things, right? So I think a lot more of that was happening, and we're getting less and less of that now. And because of that, people are just running wild with no consequences, and all these things. And so part of it is like the let me see. The example I kind of want to throw out there is like you always hear unarmed black man, killed. But it's usually one unarmed black man. You never hear a whole crowd of unarmed black men was taken down today. You never hear that.
Right.
Because think about if, like say, the latest one that probably everybody kind of knows right now is the subway situation, where the guy was getting irate, wanted some food, and then the other guy, I guess he was a Marine or something, I don't know, put him in a chokehold and choked him out on the bus or the train, right? That's like the latest one. I think that happened within like the last month. So there's a bunch of people filming it, but oh shit, I just lost the edge on that one.
That's all good. We good.
So So everybody's filming it, right? And I'm sitting there going, when did somebody step in? When did somebody step in and go, okay, bro, that's enough, you got him? They just all watched him choke this guy out.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Where were the men to step up and go, okay, bro, that's enough, we got it handled, let's, if all takes a couple of us to hold him down or whatever, for whatever scenario, we'll figure this out, Where were the men to step in to do that? See, when you don't have the men doing that, that's the scenario you get. You get somebody who just jerk reaction, choke somebody out, and he should be held accountable. Only because if he was military trained, if they say he's a Marine or something, I'm not sure. I don't really know the whole exact story. Check out that story and give us something in the comments if you need to. But, if he was military or whatever, that means he had training of some sort. He knows the difference of choking somebody out and then choking them for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's not like it's a normal dude on the street who just was like, hey, I took, if they're saying he was military trained of some sort, he's supposed to have some sort of training up here to know when to stop a scenario, Mm-hmm. So that's why he should be held accountable in my eyes, for his actions, because at the same time, you hold society accountable because where were the men to step in and say that's enough? That's my other part.
Bomb droppers. Yeah. So basically, saying we lost that.
I think so. I think we lost a lot of that. We lost a lot of the masculinity that kept communities under some control. Now, a lot of that energy, is if you watch the movies, you'd think a lot of that energy is the villains and the criminals that are in the neighborhood. They've got everybody under fear. So those people stay, doing their thing out of fear instead of respect. The men in the community, if you had that respect, that, if you came home one day and, your fence was knocked over or something, you'd be like, shit, what the fuck happened here? Well, the men in the community might talk amongst each other. Hey, so-and-so, something happened here. Okay, let's go help them fix their fence and at least get that done. And then we'll figure out if somebody needs to pay a consequence or something. You know what I mean? And then down the road, you find out, hey, it's a couple of kids having a good time. Well, now, you get the kids, you say, hey, come over here and, help them get their fence straightened up. Since you broke it, let's help them get it fixed. Those are the different ways that you can, discipline people without having to discipline people. You know what I mean? Like, let's get a community sense back where if you break something in the community, then go fix it. People make mistakes. It happens. And if we're all living like that and thinking, it's like how we live now, I guess, is we're individualized. So I made it through. Fuck that guy. Fuck his fence. Whatever. That's how people start to think nowadays. When we could go back to that whole idea of like, fuck, I fucked up the fence. Let me go tell them, if you're a kid, go tell your parents, hey, I hit this fence. I think we need to go reconcile and figure this out, and be truthful about our shit. And if we're doing that more often, people are less likely to make mistakes because they're not worried about making mistakes, large mistakes, obviously. But at the same time, people are learning and how to handle that scenario because when they get older, they'll know how to handle those scenarios again in the better way. Because as I say, children are our future. So if we take our children and we teach them bad habits, what do you think the next generation is going to have?
Bad habits.
Nothing but bad habits. So that's why we're changing the children now and trying to give them a better understanding of how the world should work so that when they get 20s and 30s, they are changing the world because they're doing it through the work we did.
Bomb droppers.
Awkward Intelligence. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree.
That's just my thinking of it, and it's like I'm changing my mind frame again. Because I'm not saying I had that mind frame 5 years ago. I was probably just like everybody else, individualized. I made it. I'm winning. I don't give a fuck about you. You know what I mean?
Man.
I care about those around me,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, we're not really thinking about it like that, where, on a daily basis now, I think, okay, so it's like, I think we've talked about this before. You have service to self and you have service to others, right? So your heart, like your heart chakra, right? It thrives on service to others because you're showing love outside of yourself, right? But you do have to have some service to self because you still have to take care of yourself.
Right.
But you can't be overbalanced to a point where you're so much service to self that you're like, fuck everybody else. Because now you're off balance. So you got to have the balance of service to self and the balance of service to others. So you're just out in the community being better. And, and then that makes you better to yourself. Your mental's better, whatever. Mm-hmm. You get things straightened up. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah. Speaking of mental health, that's a real big issue, bro. Right
now, yeah, because we talked about energy shifts.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you got to look after the ones who you might not see it, man, but you just got to check on your people.
Yeah, everybody's going through shit.
You gotta sit down with them, talk to them, see what's on their head.
Awkward intelligence. That's what we do.
For real. Because mental health is serious.
Sometimes you got to ask your people those awkward questions just to ask. Because you know what? That's maybe what it is. Maybe they're like thinking, I tell people all the time, but nobody's listening.
Yeah. They
may think nobody's listening. But you got to sometimes you got to talk about that awkward shit and be like, bro, what's happening? What's going on? We'll figure this out.
Got to give an ear.
Right.
You never know, man. You can help somebody out in so many ways. Like
there's so many
just by
ways.
listening or whatever, man. Just one little word could change somebody's life, man.
Yeah. Just a nice please and thank you here and there. Excuse me, hold a door, like we've talked about before.
Facts.
Any little gesture just can show somebody that humanity still exists. It's like people still care out there.
Facts.
That's all we're saying. It's what they say. It don't cost you nothing for a compliment. You got to really go out of your way sometimes to be evil and be mean to people. Why are you putting all your energy into that when it's just easy to go and be nice, be genuine?
Easy.
It's easier that way. We'll all live better that way.
Shit, we had somebody from Baltimore.
Yeah, you was just telling me.
Yeah. What's his name? Hot Boy Chuck.
Hot Boy Chucky?
Yeah.
Or Hot Boy Chuck?
Hot Boy Chuck.
Let me look that up because I don't know that much about that at all.
Yeah, I was like, wow. He's the most a motivational speaker. It's like he just took his own life, man.
You said he left
2 kids behind.
So Baltimore influencer and father, Hot Boy Chucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely,
okay.
Yeah.
There it is.
R.I.P. man.
R.I.P. Yep. So yeah, it's just talking about, and it says you said he left like some posts on social media.
Yeah, man.
And then just kind of like walked his way out.
He thanked the people that that was in his corner, that looked after him, that was there for him, and
right. Yeah, we never know what people are battling, man.
Took his life, man. Like, damn, that meant to.
See, that also brings up a big thing too, right? So with the spiritual awakening, when the spirit starts to really wake you up, when you start getting, we're in the Great Awakening, folks. Hello.
Bomb droppers.
So when that starts to happen, it's not like I was talking to you earlier. It's not all bliss. It's not supposed to be just pure bliss, and you've got no problems anymore. That's not how it works. As you're going through that awakening, you're actually fighting your own fucking mind at that point, because the Great Awakening is telling you something that you've never even understood before, and all of a sudden you're like, "But my whole life I've learned all this other stuff. None of that makes sense because my life has told me different." So we're all battling up there. So that is some of the first part is you start battling yourself. You start doubting yourself. You start wondering, is this real? That's why people start looking at you like you're crazy, because you're starting to, is this wall real? Is Am I real? Who am I? Is this phone real? Is this water real? You start questioning everything because you're going, why is my whole world starting to look upside down? Why is down going up and up going down? I mean, you start, you don't know what anything is. You got to start putting the puzzle pieces together like we talked about before, right? So now these puzzle pieces are flying in, so there's, and then on top of that, you got to pay bills. You got your children.
Man.
You got your wife. You got your significant other. You got your baby mamas. You see what I'm saying? So there's so many other, you're trying to stay, get a job, and you've got so many other things on top of you battling in your mind now that you might actually go crazy in a way if you don't start to understand what the difference is as you're visualing it. You're gathering that information. All that stuff's coming in. Sometimes it's overwhelming to people, and people don't know what to do. And their alternative is to just go somewhere else, to leave this place or whatever, So, yeah, what we're doing right now is not the easiest of paths.
Yeah.
But Awkward Intelligence is one of those shows you can come to and come see that people are going through the same shit you're going through. Or it's like you're not alone out there.
For real.
Everybody always thinks I'm the only one. You're not the only one. You just have to find your tribe.
Bomb droppers.
We've been disconnected, which also means we've been scattered. Some of us are not in the places we're supposed to be. Some of us are not living the lives we're supposed to live because we've been so scattered by the world and the economics and the financials and the, who knows?
Right.
And so, that's why why do you think everybody's flocking to Atlanta? You think that's just because of one or two things? No, it's because people are in their heart and their spirit. They're feeling it. It's telling them to go there. That's the creator going, you're not where you belong right now.
That's crazy.
And people are moving to Mexico, and people are moving to Costa Rica. People are moving to Panama. People are moving to Belize. People are moving everywhere right now. Think about why you think remote jobs are a hot thing all of a sudden. Because now you can live where you need to live and still work. You have an option. That became another option for people.
Bomb droppers.
Yeah. It's not for everybody, though. I don't feel like, right at this moment, I don't feel like there's a remote job that I feel like I would want to do. Me personally.
Yeah.
Where I'm on my laptop all day. Just getting shit done. And it doesn't matter where I'm at. I don't know if I'm that guy right now. But
I shouldn't be working.
But there's so many other things.
We shouldn't be working.
Yeah. Well, we should be working in service to others.
Yeah.
Like humanitarian type shit, where we can sustain our own bills, but still be out here helping people on a daily basis with whatever we need to do.
I believe that's how it was.
Because
back in the day.
Because then you're just taking care of.
I help you, you help me.
Yes, and then we're just taken care of. We're never having to worry about nothing.
Right.
Because we're back and forth with each other.
Right.
As we're taking care of it. Oh, we'll stay over for dinner. Cool. Now I got a meal. Done. You know what I mean? Wake up tomorrow, get cleaned up, move on to the next. Oh, like they say, the creator will provide. If you're out there working and doing your things, as you're moving along, things will be taken care of for you.
Right.
Because that's the way it works.
Somebody else might have.
Right.
Man, listen. Like we've been saying, we work with each other. I help you, you help me. We help each other. We could grow.
That's why they say
it's like money, man.
By helping others through you, you're a blessing for them.
Bomb droppers.
See how that works? It's like, like sometimes when you have that, like say you're in a grocery line. Person in front of you is like, trying to pay their bill real quick. And they're like fumbling. Maybe they're like, shit, I'm short like $2, And you're just like, fuck, boom. You just throw them the $2. Let's go, No problem. Oh, they're like, I'll get it back to you, whatever. It's fucking $2, get it. That's just a selfless act. Everybody should have enough to eat. You had an extra $2 to make sure that person could eat. That's all that was, That's how we. That's not how we thought about it maybe at first, but that's the mind frame we got to get into. I was supposed to bless that person to get them their food to get on their way. Through me is how that came. Those are the miracles we perform every day that we don't see as miracles.
Bomb droppers.
He's like, hit that button.
Got to.
Yeah, that's that shit. We don't see it like that, you know? Or like we've seen it with synchronicities in a way where, like, you're like, fuck, man, I needed to get to the store and I forgot to get trash bags or some shit, right? Just something stupid. I forgot to get trash bags. I might pull up to the studio and then Black's like, hey, man, I bought these trash bags, but they're the wrong shits. And I'm like, yo, those are the ones I need. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Boom, it shows up. You know what I mean? And that's the idea of the whole blessings through people. The things will show up to you as you need them, you know? Yes, sir. And not in a way where you're taking advantage of situations, obviously. You know what I mean? Because there's a way of doing that too.
Don't carry away.
No, it's a feeling you have. You know you're walking your path properly. And the things that you will need will show up when you need them if you're living that life properly.
Bond droppers.
Yeah, that's all. You know what I mean? That's what it's about.
You know,
it's about
like seeing the numbers.
Yeah, seeing the numbers, exactly. What are those numbers? Like I said, when you see those numbers, start thinking about it in your mind. What are you doing at that moment?
What's going on?
What matters? Because that's what it's talking about. You know, what matters? You know, it's like I said, if we're talking about the show, and then we see a number. What about the show can we work with that? You know, or whatever. How does that work into? And that's all. You know. Simple stuff like that. It's whatever's happening in your life or whatever's significant you're working towards, start thinking about it like that. Oh, someone told me this. Think about them sometimes as portals, right? It's a portal because it's sending you a message through that portal, right? So if you see like the 1111, right? It's a portal shooting you some message. So that's kind of what they're portals. But it's like, what is it sending me? That's where we've got to get more in tune with. That's what we're not as in tune with. We've probably been seeing these numbers our whole lives, not realizing what they were until now. But now that you know, all you've got to work on is just intuiting those numbers a little better. That's
unlock it. That's it.
Just unlock that code, you know, unlock that code. And I'm still working on that too. I'm not a big numbers guy. I love the numbers. I see the numbers. They're great, but I'm not tied into it enough where I know exactly what's going on.
I see my car
I'm still
like
working.
4 times in a row.
Yeah?
I was like, wow. You ever buy a car?
And then you see that car. Yeah.
All the time.
Because it finally showed up to you. So now you can see it. Yeah. It finally showed up for you. You manifested it and you got it. That's like, you know,
great.
When I was, you know, high school, I think one of my cousins, he was dating this chick and her brother was pimping, right? So he pulls up in like a 95, 96 Jaguar with gold trim. All the trim was all gold with the bumpers and everything. It was all gold trim and shit. It was black on gold, right? And I think somebody he picked them up for like their prom, right? And took them and dropped them off in that car in the prom. And when I seen that joint, I was like, man, that's a cold ass fucking Jaguar, man. I was like, so I told my mom, I said, Mom, when I get older, I'm gonna get me a Jaguar. Just said it, not thinking about it, you know, but just said it. Was like, I'm interested in a Jaguar. I think I'm gonna get one. So then back in 2005, I had the chance to get me a nice Jaguar. So I got one. And I had that joint for about 5-6 years before it finally, you know, took its tumble or whatever. But I got to that point where I said, I'm going to do it, and I did it. And so back then, I didn't really understand what manifesting was. But I manifested that as a child.
Right.
But I didn't put any steps towards it because I didn't understand how manifesting worked back then. But then when I got the opportunity to get that, it kind of like it made sense again. And I was like, oh, I'm supposed to get this car because this is what I said. You know, without doing it just for that, but you know what I mean.
I got you.
And then when I got it, it was like, man, this makes sense. This makes sense. So yeah, we're doing it all the time for things, but we're not recognizing it that we're doing it. So
once you realize you're doing it and realize that you can do it,
yeah.
Magic.
I mean, we made this show happen.
Magic.
We're still doing the show.
Like, wow. Droppers. You know, like, wow. It's just magic, man.
Yep, I love it. Let's take us a quick little break and let's get into this song from the Youngins. In Simi featuring Supril, Unconscious Lies. Check it out.
What to do when the queen has stolen the truth?
Bitch, I'm posted, and I don't like to post it. Bitch, I love it when she notice. On the flower lotus, I ain't puffin' at my lowest. I done ducked enough of fucking with this scuffling the focus. Shuffling the touch of what I want with what I spoke is. So she gotta see me before it's the end of the night. Bending his leg, get him sense to the light. Cause the darker the part, then the bark is a bite. Part of their art is the arch on the sight. So I'm throwing my heart with the stars in the sky. Most wanna bargain are starving to die. But babe, I be marching and hoes wanna cry. Baby sleeping, shorty keep it dreaming. I'ma see you cause I seen it, read it then redone it. On the hunt for better beings. He was talking like he wanted. I just wonder what he's seeing. Meaning all I see is pussy. I don't want it, I don't mean it. Niggas been playing, I gave him a basis. He is what he eats. Looking at faces, they rinse and repeat. And I'm taking their laces to be on my feet. Baby, you late, but she stay on my meat. She can play with a pillow, I feel it with me. Lately been teasing like I'm really crazy. No maybe, but truth is I'm taking the lead. Hey. Unconscious lies. Hey, quick question, are you scared to die? Me and my niggas living unconscious lives. Niggas, they call me Supril, cause I know the deal. Nigga, if we smoking, you best be for real. On the steel, got the meal. Bitch, know I'm about to kill. Niggas don't know my mind is too motherfucking real. Bro, if you wanna go, we can go ahead and smoke. I don't give a fuck, my nigga, just go ahead and whoa. Niggas don't talk shit, I'll hit you in the nose, we know. On the motherfucking go. All my brothers, we quick with the motherfucking beat. On this shit, let me roll up real motherfucking quick. On the hop, on the track, with the tiger and the hyena. Name in Simi and Max, with the right hand, with the crack. I don't give a fuck. On the fucking pack, on the track. Nigga, where the fuck? Niggas buy my time, buy my rhymes, buy my fucking damn mind. But I know that I'm open to anyone with a mind. My brother Lee Sean told me my heart's in my head. So I turned, told him my church is deep within my chest. I'll make it.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, a little something.
Okay.
A little something we be cooking in here with the youngins. You know, we got. It's not just Intox in here making music.
Yeah.
We gotta bridge the gap, like we said. You know, we got the youngins in here too. So, you know, everybody's learning from each other. We're learning some, you know, the new stuff that the kids are doing and keeping up with the traditions and things that we've always been doing and trying to instill better futures for them, you know, through the same ideas.
Man, telling you.
Yeah, so In Simi featuring Supril, Unconscious Lies. It's on all platforms. Check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like his last verse. Yeah, he said, "I got an open mind to whoever have an open mind." Nice.
We'll run it back later.
Yeah, I don't want to.
We'll run it back later.
Shit, but yeah, that's
Run
nice.
it back later, and we'll get some more some info on that. But yeah, let me check. Let's see. Oh, celebrities. Has anybody been really paying attention to a lot of their celebrities nowadays? Like, and I'm not talking about the ones that they're trying to push in front of us, like the rappers and shit now. They're making those guys way bigger celebrities nowadays than anything because they're like influencers / rappers at this point. At least that's what they're trying to push us through, you know, that all of a sudden Ice Spice and her fucking opinions matter or whatever. You know what I mean? The same thing they did to us when they would try to tell us that, you know, our celebrity actors had opinions and shit, you know. It's like we'll figure that out on our own.
I don't listen to them.
You know, right. But reason I'm bringing up celebrities is I'm like, when you do see the celebrities right now, like when they pop out and they, you know, you see them all of a sudden, maybe they're going somewhere doing something, they don't look nothing like the screen no more. Remember how you used to see them and you would just see them like in regular clothes? And you're like, oh, that's so-and-so in regular clothes. Now when they pop out, you're like, whose grandma is that? You're like, bro, damn, you have not aged well.
Right.
But if you've noticed, that's all of them now. It's everybody. It's a lot of stuff. With time moving faster.
Maybe it's a lot of stress on them.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a lot of stress on them. You know, they doing movies, tours, and moving around and shit. But, yeah, you're right, though. A lot of them has aged. Like, wow.
Because I'll look it up sometimes because you'll go like, you know, this actor you might have seen your whole life. You know, you're like, my whole life, this guy's been an actor or whatever. You look them up, they're only like 10 years older than me. And I'm like, the fuck? This dude looks 75. You know? Like, what the fuck's going on here? You know? Like, I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, some people don't age well.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's that stress, man. That stress. Letting life get to them.
Definitely. Yeah.
I mean, I ain't saying nothing wrong with gray hair because I have gray hair now.
No, gray hair is,
you know what I'm saying? But like,
it's natural.
Yeah, I know. But like some of them have it, you know, to get a little faster and shit. Like, damn, man, you fully gray already? Damn.
They turned into a wizard.
Yeah, you got a full beard of gray. Like, shit. Shit, I got like one. I got one.
Just in your beard is just like very.
I got one in my beard.
Yeah, mine's all scattered. It's just wherever it wants to be.
Yeah, mine's in my head though.
Yeah, you can't see that my hair is easy. It's in there, but now that it's longer, have you guys noticed? Look what I got back here. Got a little action going on. It's business in the front, party in the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with my hair. I've never had my hair this long ever in my life. This is the longest I've ever grown my hair in my whole existence. Because even as a kid, I never had it this long. And if I did have it like similar length, I always had the shave around the ears and everything. Yeah. I always kept that shaved, but I had it to where my bangs one time came like all the way to the back. Damn. But right now, this is the longest my hair's ever been. So I'm over the last year and a half, I've been growing my hair. And everybody's asking me, you know, like, oh, you feel like cutting it? Like, no, I don't feel like cutting it. Yeah. But I don't know what to fucking do with it either. Like I've tried to put it like in a ponytail because it can do a little ponytail. And then I got this little fucking something back here. I'm like, what kind of fucking shit is this? Now I'm yuppie boy. You know what I mean? Now I'm at the stage of life where I'm yuppie boy.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So I don't know what to do with it. I want to braid it or something, man. I'm like, what do I do?
Get some plaits.
What's that?
Like little twisty, like the plaits.
I don't know what that is.
It's like,
because that's what I'm saying. I never really braided my hair or nothing. I don't know. Man, we'll talk after the show. Give me some tips. Throw some tips in the comments, man. How do I get my hair together? Or some people will just be like, leave it alone. Yeah, something, man. I don't know. I need to get something going because I just feel like,
or just keep the front business.
Right, because I'm like, what's all this stuff?
Whatever in the back.
The stuff in the back just gets weird on me, and sometimes it does weird stuff and goes places.
Yeah,
and it's like, and then like when I'm really high and it touches my neck, I'm like, what the fuck was that? Then I'm like, oh, it was just my hair. I feel like somebody touched me.
Man.
So yeah, I'm like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I didn't know hair getting away a lot, man.
Yeah,
like I be at work sometimes, I gotta put my hair in a ponytail and shit, man, because I don't like it in my face.
Wrap it up. Yeah. Just
Yeah. Like when I'm eating.
Yeah.
My hair getting my like
falls down on your food. Yeah, I've seen it.
I gotta move my hair.
Right.
Like, nah.
Yeah. It can. Yeah. It has its pros and it has its cons. Yeah.
Sometimes I want to cut this shit.
Because that's my other thing. If I don't like, if I just shower and don't put nothing in it, because I put a little bit of styling gel in it just to keep it from doing whatever the fuck it wants. But like if I'm sitting at home chilling and I don't really, maybe I'm not going nowhere right now. I'm not gonna fucking get all dressed up, right?
Right.
So I'll just comb it back, dry it, let it dry on its own. Then it kind of just is a puff that goes back a little bit. But then like if the fan's on or whatever, just blows it wherever the fuck it wants. I'm like, how come the hair won't just stay in place? What's the problem here? So I don't know. I've got first world hair problems. Fuck you guys.
Oh man.
Everybody out there's like, fuck you and your hair.
Crazy. Yeah. I'll get mine done tomorrow. I told you about the fight I had, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude pulled my hair out and shit.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Yeah, so
Got a little patch work with?
Yeah, I got a little patch right there.
Yeah.
Don't worry. My stylist gonna put it back.
He's coming back, folks.
She gonna put it back in for me. I'm gonna have like 4 Fetty Waps in there. I'm gonna have 4 Fetty Waps. But everything else gonna be original.
Yeah, it happens, man. Shit, fuck.
It's all love. All love. It's cool.
Definitely. Damn. We're only at 49 minutes.
Damn.
I feel like we've already put out so much shit in 45 minutes, man. Damn. We gotta start talking slower.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it was my phone.
Oh, like
I had it's on silent, so it'll just vibrate. It vibrated the whole table.
yeah. That chewy got me feeling crazy.
Feeling it? Legal limits. Oh, yeah, that's
Feeling it.
right. I was supposed to shout out my boy.
Oh.
So, yeah, ppeintox.com, as always.
Mm-hmm.
And All Love Breakfast, still rocking.
All love. You know it.
So, yeah, PPE Music, get this is one of the old shirts we used to fuck with, bag brand. So we don't. This is like OG. You had to be there. You had to be there to get these. So if you got one of these, we know what's up. You're part of an elite crew. But yeah, and then let me shout out my dude. Here's Smoke. I think it's called Smoke Shack. Right here. Yep, right here in Linthicum. Smoke Shack. 529 South Camp Mead Road, right here in Linthicum Heights. Okay. Smoke Shack. That's my spot. Get all your supplies. Get your roll-ups. Got gummies. I mean, it's got all the shit. And so for me,
Smoke Shack.
it's like 2 blocks away from my house. Dude's cool. Pretty much gives me like a free soda every fucking time I go in there. He's like, yo, take a drink. I'm like, cool. So, you know what I mean? First couple times I turned it down. I try to stay away from sodas, sometimes. And then I was like, you know what? If he's offering me something, I don't want to feel rude. I got to take some shit sometimes. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right. So I'll take sodas and, he'll throw extra shit in the bag sometimes. He'll be like, hey, man, there's some little pack of gummies that try this out. Let me know what you think. And then I'll come back. I'll be like, man, those are pretty good. And he'll be like, yeah, I'm starting to sell the big packs now or whatever. He's like, I had those were all sample packs and shit.
That's crazy.
So, yeah.
Normally I don't drink soda like that.
Right.
But I was coming in here. I was like, man, I'm thirsty as I don't know what right now.
But you got the good
So I
Coke.
went downstairs and got the Coke. Yeah.
You got the sexual Coke, man.
Yeah.
That's where all them rappers got it from.
Gave me the bottle.
And that's got the good sugar in it. That's like the Mexico Cokes,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely hit different. Definitely.
I say that's supposed to be better for you. And drinking it out the bottle too, because then it doesn't get all the shit from the aluminum and the cans and the plastics and all that shit. You're drinking out of some real glass there. Just glassing. Yeah, I was trying to come up with a cool way to talk about podcasting to people. You know, like, because nowadays you just be like, yeah, I got a podcast or whatever. But like, what makes you stand out that makes them want to watch it? You know, so so it's almost like coming up with like a quick motto or a quick pitch or something, you know, to throw out there. Awkward intelligence isn't enough, I guess.
Bomb droppers.
But yeah, it's like, because like we're trying to come up with catchphrases and shit. I mean, bomb droppers is one of them. That's definitely a catchphrase, you know. Dropping gems, you know, shit like that. But yeah, it's like, what do you say to people to make them go, oh shit, I'll check you out? Other than that, you know, because they know you or whatever, they just met you. So,
I mean, I don't know. Like,
what do you think?
shit, I don't know. You just gotta. I don't know, cause I say my own little words.
Right.
You know,
You got your own language, but it becomes part of the show. That's what's cool. You know what I mean?
like, I say all crazy a lot.
All crazy.
Yeah.
But like, use it in context then.
Like, you just gotta catch it. Like
Like if somebody's, like at the end of somebody talking or something, or is it like usually when you're saying something?
or like, did you see? All right, say somebody staring at me, right, and you seen them.
Right.
I'm like, you see him looking at me all crazy? You know.
Right.
Yeah.
I got you. See, that's what I'm saying. We got to see how are we using this?
Yeah.
All crazy.
All crazy. I'm telling you, I say it a lot. You just gotta,
you gotta
catch it.
Yeah. I got you. I feel like now that you said that, I've heard you say it before a few times. But you know, it's like just in conversation, so you know,
Yeah, right.
no one's like,
Right.
paying, you know what I mean? You're not. It's like kind of like how everybody says, you know what I mean? Nobody hears it anymore. It's there, but nobody's really paying attention to it. You know, because I'm sure during this show I say that shit a lot. I try not to, but I'm probably nervous. No. So then I start doing a lot of you know what I mean?
You know, I just mean, I don't know, man. You just gotta watch what you say. That's all.
I feel like for me, I feel like my brain's moving faster than I can speak. I want to say so much more.
That's what I'm saying.
I want to elaborate on so many more things, but I can't talk, folks. They're like, but this is a talk show.
Yeah, certain things you really can't say. You did.
Yeah, I mean, just because of the platform we're on, we like we talked about before.
We chilling.
We're not scuba diving. We're just snorkeling, you know. So we're not going super deep on this show. Where you can catch more of the craziness, where it's all crazy. No, I'm just kidding.
All crazy.
Is on our Instagrams at ppeintox, at ppmusic, at IMG_Bdot, you know, at AwkwardIntel. Those places is where we might dive a little deeper sometimes, you know. We can say a little more on there, you know, without compromising ourselves here and giving away too much, you know, so that the evil can't find us.
Keep negativity at a distance. Man. All right. I've been writing that day.
You're writing?
I was writing. Yeah.
Got some good stuff?
Yeah, I was writing. Yeah.
Yeah, because you said you got a few songs already put together, right?
Yeah.
So what do you just got to find some beats?
Yeah, basically. I be using beats, you know, on YouTube and shit. But I just need some beats.
Yeah, that's it. YouTube is the future, man.
Yeah, for real.
Because, while we're talking about that, you know how I go so hard on all the ads and shit. I'm like, fuck the ads and bullshit, right? So, like, ads crept back in, right? But think about it. Like, if you're sitting in class, right? You're getting a lecture. You're sitting in class. You're learning. When do they stop and put ads in the middle of that shit? They don't. There's no ads. You're learning a lesson. You're getting the information. It's a lecture. It's it's whatever. So that's why I feel like, man, on YouTube they got to figure this scenario out where it's like, if like say this show's all about learning, teaching, not preaching, right? We could be considered an educational show. But why would we want to put ads in that then? And fuck up the lecture and the idea and the flow, right? That's how I'm looking at it. But there can still be ways we can be monetized so that we can get something for our information and our ideas. Just like when you go to school, you're paying to go to that school and learn that information, So there may be another way to do that instead of throwing ads in the middle of it. And I'm just starting that revolution. That's all I'm saying. You heard it here first on AwkwardIntel, that why are we putting ads in the educational shit? There's got to be a better way to do this. Or even if we do ads at the front, you do a couple ads and then you don't fuck with it no more. Let us get the information out, that, because and I'm saying that because when I'm learning online and I'm looking through this stuff and I'm finding this information that I'm bringing to the community and stuff, like I said, I'm watching these 4 or 5 hour videos sometimes. When they're educational, they don't have any ads. They're not putting ads on there. They're like, I'm not here for that. I'm here to put the information out. So I feel like that's what I want to do with this show. That's just how I feel. Things can change. We talked about that. We can change our minds. New ideas can come about. New things can happen. YouTube can offer new shit, but they're not going to do that until we start asking for it and start saying and speaking up. Shit, and that's how I'm looking at it. If we ask for more options, there'll be more options, and they won't be able to just trap us in a fucking monetized corner and say, now you got to do what we say because we're paying you. You know what I mean? That's how I'm looking at it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you got to see what happens, man.
You just got to see how it evolves.
Yeah.
How it evolves.
Just let it flow. Let it flow.
So yeah, that's why I be going so hard on ads, because I'm like, let's stop doing the same shit that we've been doing. Let's figure something else out. There's got to be new ways to do these things. And let's start asking and figuring, it's like, like even with like unions, people at work, and they have these unions, and that's supposed to help the people work better and get better pay. And has it helped? Because we're all out here struggling. You know what I mean? How much has it really helped? And you're paying dues to these people every month for them to fight for you, to get, to do your shit, to get you better pay, to get you better vacation time, to get you better this, better that. So, instead of asking why can't everybody afford all this stuff? There's plenty of people have been doing it, right?
Yeah, the crazy part is the only thing people look at is I'm with the union. I can't get fired.
Right. But that doesn't mean they have to pay you either. Because, all those people sitting around the union hall waiting for a fucking job. There's everything has pros and cons. Everything has pros and cons.
Right.
And whatever works. But like what I'm getting at with all this is, why are we still doing the same shit looking for different results? What's that called?
That's not gonna happen.
That's called insanity.
Bond droppers.
Look up the definition to insanity, and that's exactly what it is. Doing the same thing over and over, looking for different results. So that's why I'm saying there's got to be better ways to do these things in our lives, and we got to start looking at it that way, because it's not going to change until we start asking the awkward questions, right? And getting that intelligence out there saying, what do we do with this? Is there a different way to do this? Is there a different way to do that? Why do we have to do it like this? Why does this make sense? Did it make sense because of the era and time we were in? Or does it make sense because it's them against us? Corporations against the people. Did they make those rules on purpose so that we would be in this scenario? Did they create this? These are the questions we should be asking. That's all I'm saying. The more questions we ask, the better. We got told when we were kids, speak when you're spoken to. Don't talk when grown folks is talking. They didn't tell you couldn't listen, though.
Bond droppers.
Some of us forgot to listen.
Tough.
Yeah, man. I got good ones every now and again. Stick around for the next episodes.
Yeah,
Come
that
on,
was a
where you
good
been?
one.
Where you been?
That was a good one.
Episode 24. Go back, check the other ones if you missed them. There's some fucking gems out there. We've left some gems for you guys.
There's some in there. Just gotta go catch him.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think sometimes when I go on my little Intox rants, that's I think what people take as me preaching at that point, because I'm just on this rant. But I'm just passionate about the shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Passionate about the shit. It makes sense to me, and I'm just reflecting it out into the world, you know, through podcasts, through music, through everything. And that's how I look at it. That's why I'm teaching, not preaching. That's going to be another one. Let's put that on a shirt.
I'm teaching, not preaching. Tough.
That's who I'm trying to be, you know. I want to help the world
Teaching, not preaching.
do its thing, man.
Yeah. I just want to give a helping hand. You did.
Yeah.
Help who I can help.
Finish that
Help
off.
myself first. You did.
Right. You have to. You have to get yourself
got to.
into a good position before you can help others. Otherwise, you're going down with the boat too. You know, what I think that's another analogy people have used. They're like, whenever your boat's doing well, right, and you're traveling through, you're navigating the waters, and you see another boat sinking, you don't drive up to that boat and jump in their boat, because now you're both sinking. You either try to help that boat back out the water, or you help that person onto your boat until you can get them to a safe position. And that's on every little scale it is. You know, from the smallest scale to the highest scale. That's how we should be looking at it. You know, why are we jumping into each other's boats when otherwise we're just sinking? But both people have to understand that too, because there's some people on that sinking boat who want to pull you into their boat.
Pull you down.
Right. They want to pull you into their boat. So you got to be, that's the being smart about your shit and going, help those who you can help. There's some people you just can't help. You're not built to help that person.
Right.
But you might know somebody who can help them. That's the connection. Or just because you know they need help, down the line, somebody can go, oh, you know what? I know who you can help. You know what I mean? So it's all about paying attention to the signs and the ideas around you and being able to sometimes facilitate those to others. You know, there may be something you can do for somebody, but you don't know that person yet. But I might be the connection to get you to that person. Like we said, the blessings are through other people sometimes.
Facts. Bond droppers.
Yeah, we don't know. You know,
You just don't know.
that's why being genuine and, you know, just getting along with people works, because we'll find out more shit, you know, and we'll be able to help where we can help.
Yeah.
And I'm working on it too.
Yeah. You just never know, man. Like,
I'm working on it
let me tell you. I deliver, right? So it's this customer. He just randomly came outside after I gave him the food. He's like, man, he said, he started looking at my car. I was like, what is this man doing? He's like, man, okay, what did you hit? I said, I ain't hit nothing. You know, I had to live by a tree or whatever. So I hit the tree, you know.
Bumped
I
the
just
tree.
scraped it all.
Bumped the
crazy.
tree, yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, it left a little scratch on the car. So he sees it and was like, damn, what's that? He's like, man, you know what? I could do this for you, man. Out of nowhere, he's like, man, I could do this for you. He said, I'm going to buff it for you. I'm going to get the paint. He already got the paint.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to clean it for you. I'm going to buff it. He said, man, it's gonna look like a sheet of glass. I said, what? I said, all right, how much you talking, though?
Right.
The man said, $70.
Was that enough or too much?
To buff some scratches out, man, I'll hit you in your head.
He's like, I can buff that out for
Yeah.
5.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know.
So it was a
I
small
ain't
area.
gonna-
It's probably a small area then.
Nah, it was,
Like a good
I mean, like.
1 foot by 1 foot.
It's a long, you know, it's
Long scratch?
Yeah. It's a long scratch, but it's not noticeable.
Right. Yeah, because you got like a silver, kind of silverish car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so you walk up on it, you're like, oh, damn. You know, it's a scratch right there. But being though that's what he do,
Right.
he spotted it. And he came out, you know, but just me being nice or
Right.
genuine to this guy, you know,
Right.
when I gave him his food, he looked out for me,
Right.
you know, because he could have hit me in the head with like, $400, $500.
Yeah. A lot of those jobs, that's
Yeah.
about what it is. A couple $100 usually, you know, to get a good situation put together.
He was like, oh, for you, you know, hey, once somebody hit you with that, you know they're going to look out for you.
Right.
For you? Shit.
You felt your energy, man. You had some good energy, you know.
He was like, for you, man, 50 down,
Right.
70 down. I
Right.
got you.
Yeah.
I was like, wow,
Boom.
perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, see? Networking works out. You know, you're moving around. You're seeing things.
That's crazy. That's all he said was refer me to people.
Yeah.
I said, all right, I got you.
Yeah. Yeah. Now we got a guy.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Put him in the pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I got to see his work, though.
Right.
He supposed to be done it today, but
Didn't have time to run over there.
yeah. No. All right. Supposed to be 11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So he tells me he going to be back at 12:30. So I'm like, man, you going to interfere. But
With everything else you got going on.
Right. So he told me last night he'd have it done in 3 hours.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, you messing with my time now.
So it'll take him 3 hours to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he never came back.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right.
Yep. To be continued, folks. To be continued.
He gonna get it done. Mm-hmm. And if he nice, I'll let people know.
Yep.
If you got scratches or whatever, he'll get them out.
The referral.
We gonna see.
Always good.
I'm put a little faith in him. You know, that's the way he was talking to me. I was like, all right.
Seemed like a good guy, right?
Yeah, it seemed like, you know, it seemed like he knew what he was talking about and shit.
Yeah.
He kept calling me last night. I'm like, damn, bro.
He was animate about getting that shit done.
Right.
Well, see, but he wants to be about his word, too.
That's what I'm saying.
Talked about that before,
That's
man.
what I'm saying, you see.
He wants to be about his word. You know what I mean?
That's
if you say
what-
you're going to get it done, then he's going to get it done. You know, shit comes up. Shit happens. You didn't have some time. Maybe then he didn't have some time, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Try to lock it in another day.
we
But
gonna
yeah.
see.
Yeah. To be continued.
Yeah.
Keep coming back. Awkward Intelligence. We're here.
I don't know what the moral of that story was, but
We figured it out. You just got to talk it out sometimes.
yeah. We got there.
Yeah, he just wanted to get his word together, make sure his word was solid, you know. So yeah, he'll get it done. Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know what got me there. What's up, baby? Everybody feeling good. I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
Feeling great.
I like relaxed all of a sudden. I'm just like chill. I almost forgot we were doing a show.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm thinking about that. That dude hitting the cab on that bike, man.
He was like,
It's like a game.
yeah, yeah. Where is that game? Remember we talked
it
about
was
those
like a
games on
game,
Instagram?
I'm telling you.
You scrolling? It's like that shit, except for they're on a bike.
Right. Right. Right.
They're just
That's
traversing
crazy.
obstacles, man. Where's that game at? Where's that third person downhill city bike game? Where's that game? Somebody throw it in the comments. I would
Where
fucking
is
play that
it?
game. Y'all have to see it. Once again, if you weren't here at the beginning of the show, Monster Truck NYC. Check it out on YouTube. Let me know what's up.
I can't believe that.
Wow. Yeah, man, it's my new shit. I'm so into it right now. I've been watching the shit out of it.
What the hell I watch? It was some crazy shit. My sister got me watching.
Yeah, so you got any new shows? What's some new shows out there?
My sister got me watching this.
What's everybody watching?
Miss Pat.
Miss Pat. Oh, the comedian?
Yeah.
Yeah, on Netflix?
Nah, it's on BT.
On BET? Called Miss Pat?
Yeah, she got a
Yeah.
show.
Oh, she got a show.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
I know her, though. Yeah, I've seen her before.
man, they be
She's
cussing
cool.
on there.
Yeah, she's
you know,
cool.
But it's real though. It's real. You know, talk about real life shit.
Yeah, she talks about a lot of shit in her comedy, man. She's been through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
She's been through a lot of shit.
I think she put it all together into like a little show, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she hilarious.
Put that in the show. Hell yeah, that's
Shit
probably
hilarious, man.
a lot
for
of fun.
real.
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody picked up on that early.
Yeah.
You know, it was like that would be a good fucking show put together. Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna have to check that out. You said on BET?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll look
It's
that up.
crazy how she come on. It's like she doing the stand up, and then like right after the stand up, she go right into the show.
Okay.
It's like she transformed like right into the show. Like shit crazy, shit hard. Shout out to Miss Pat, man. Shout out to Miss Pat. What's up, baby?
Nice. Nice.
For real. I like that shit. That's a good show. Shit funny.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely give that one a look.
Yeah. If anybody seen Miss Pat, man, let me know, man. That shit's hilarious. Tell him about it. I ain't got too far. I think
Yeah.
I'm on season 1, episode 3.
Okay. So yeah, you just got into it.
Yeah.
Good, good.
That's hilarious. But I seen some before because my sister, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been over the house and they was watching it. I said, "What is this? What are you watching?"
Thought it was some
And it had me
fucking
locked.
Thought it was some Tyler Perry bullshit.
Yeah. But it had me locked, you
Yeah.
know, man, because, you know, it was real. And she was cussing, you know.
She was giving it to you
It was
raw.
down to earth, right,
Yeah.
right.
You felt it. It
Yeah.
resonated with you.
Yeah, she was real.
That's because see, I'm with you. Because you know, like I said,
Shit was real.
when you watch a lot of shows, you're always like, man, that's not how people do shit, man. People don't do shit like that. Like, cause I'll just be like, come on, man, people don't act like that, you know, or whatever. You can just see it. It's like, where are the real shows? You know, you can just. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, she
I
got
never really resonated with a lot of shows.
I could sit back and cool and laugh at that. Just spoke a J.
I'ma laugh at that.
I'm telling you. That shit be hilarious.
Yeah, comedy wise, what have I seen? Oh, did you see they redid on Hulu? They redid White Man Can't Jump. Yeah, they modernized it.
Oh,
Brand new,
Lord.
modernized it.
White man can't jump.
But it's actually pretty fucking good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I watched it. I was like, watch it for the story of the background. Don't worry about, you know what I mean, the modernizing of it.
Yeah.
Follow the whole story through and just see how the story comes together. Watch it for that. You know what I mean? But it's got some decent jokes here and there. You know what I mean? Like they're updated jokes, you know? So, yeah. It was actually all right. So, yeah. Check that out. White Man Can't Jump, the reboot.
Okay.
It was all right. I was into it. The first like 20 minutes was slow. But once it got going, I was like, okay, now I see where they're going with it. You know? Yeah, I think it was written pretty good, personally. I think it was written all right.
Yeah.
For a reboot. Usually you're like, what is this bullshit? You know, but it's all right. Yeah. I think so. I think it worked out.
The White Man Can't Jump. Yeah. That's a classic.
Yep. Yeah, they got them both on there. So if you've never seen the first one, just watch them both.
Yeah, that's definitely a classic.
Yeah, watch them both. The other one was in 1992. That was when the first one came out, 92. So we're talking 30 years later.
30 years.
30 years later, they did a reboot. That's the other part. What?
Damn.
Why are they doing all these reboots?
That's what I just hit.
I think we might have talked about that,
30
right?
years, yeah. Like,
But they've done it like for everything. You know why I think they've done it? This is me personally, my little thing. Because there is nothing else. They don't know how to make nothing else. They have to keep recycling the shit because that's the movie we're watching. If they can't come up with anything new because they don't know nothing new. All they know is what's been. So they're going to put it in stories and reiterate it back to us again 20, 30, 40 years later so they don't lose us. They want us stuck in the Matrix. So we have to be in their Matrix. We're learning from movies and why do you think everything that was in Star Trek is happening now? Because everybody who was watching it back then was dreaming of it, so they made it happen. Right? Just like we're looking at shit in movies going, the fuck is that?
Right.
And then all of a sudden you're like, yo, they got USB discs now. You know that? They were putting them in movies in like 92. You know what I mean? So it's that same shit. That's part of the programming is we see it and then we want it. You know, kind of a thing. When we should really understand if we see it, it's already been done.
bomb droppers.
That's how we should understand it. Is instead of wanting it, once it's on the screen, it's already been done. Let's move on to the new shit. You know, they want us to be stuck in the old. You know, so we got to move forward.
Facts. Move around and move forward.
Yep.
You got to maneuver your way out of there first.
Yeah. Navigate your world.
Keep telling you.
Navigate your world.
Keep telling you. Got to find your path. Your path.
I got one more quick story. If you'll let me. So, I don't know if we've talked too much about this on this show. A little bit. We don't get biblical all the time, but we throw stuff in there. So, I got a little one. There's a lot of people when they talk about Jesus, they'll talk about, okay, you know, he was born, virgin birth, and then he disappears, and then all of a sudden at 33, he's doing shit again, right? But everybody always goes, well, what happened to those years in between? How come we don't know about those years? Why weren't those years? And what a lot of people will tell you, like if they're, they're a preacher or whatever they are, right? They'll tell you those years weren't significant. And that's the basic answer, right? But nobody explains how that works. You just go, oh, well, that wasn't significant. Okay, so it's not in there because it wasn't significant. But the way I'm looking at it is, if you look at that person as a character in the book, right? They showed his birth in the book because they wanted you to understand that he was important by the way he was born, right? But then there's a bunch of years that are missing. They're like, okay, there's missing years. What was he doing? Well, what he was doing was he was learning, he was building, he was understanding, and then he didn't start performing miracles until he was about 33. He had matured. He had gotten some experience. He had gotten some knowledge. And then that's when his story started again, right? So you look at why men actually add value as they get older. Because we start out, birth, young, everybody's kind of similar. And then you have a bunch of missing years. And then all of a sudden you're prominent again in your 30s and 40s because your story starts again because you have value again. You're doing things. You took those 15, 20 years and you built yourself. You got some experience. You learned some knowledge. You calmed down. You balanced your life. And now you're performing miracles again. Right?
Bomb droppers.
So that's why those years weren't significant, because he was building. Once he started performing, they started paying attention again. So that's how men work. When you're actually adding value to the lives around you, everybody sees you for who you are. If you're just dragging everybody down, nobody wants to be around that.
Bomb droppers. Yeah, who does?
That's when he got all his apostles. Remember? Then he got his apostles, his posse built. Because he was doing shit. And they were like, oh, that dude's doing shit. Let's go do shit with him. You know what I mean? And then they started doing shit. But that's why they were significant at that time. Before then, nobody knew who the fuck they were. They were building and getting experience and knowledge, you know? So that explains the missing time to people. That'll make you understand that better. The missing time was not because it was insignificant to him or that person or that character or that female or whatever. It was insignificant to the world. They didn't need to know all that. But they're going to know once you start performing your miracles, then they'll know. They'll start asking you. So where'd you grow up? How'd you get this experience? How'd you learn this? Those questions will come to you. You don't have to explain yourself. The world will start asking at some point.
Droppers.
So what are you doing to get there? You got to get up, to get out, to get something.
Yeah, who? Yeah, what song was that?
That was Outkast did one.
Yeah, Outkast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outkast did that one. Good one.
Get out.
There's a few people that probably did it, but they're probably the most prominent one.
Get out. Yeah.
You can't let all your days pass you by.
Nah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Do something, man. Get motivated.
do something. Where's your motivation?
For real.
That's why you got to wake up, because your motivation wasn't there when you're not awake.
Stand up.
Got to wake up.
Even Bob was talking to us, man. Bob Marley, man.
Yep. Yeah, go listen to those albums
Get
again.
up. Stand up.
Yep. Stand up for your rights.
Whoa, did you just sing along? My man. Got him. Ooh,
I thought we were having a
I
conversation
know.
here.
I told you I'm
Thought we
gonna
were
get
having a
you.
conversation here.
We was, but I told you I'm gonna get you. Did he just sing along? Got him.
I was trying to finish his sentence for him.
Mm-hmm.
I was your backup singer.
Yeah. For those who don't know, he
You can't get me.
swears up and down and swears that I won't get him to sing along with me.
Eventually, right?
He just did.
We'll be up here just singing folk songs eventually.
I don't know what episode that was, but
Oh, that was probably like 5 or 7. Go back.
Yeah.
Go back a little bit. We
that's a
talked
couple.
about that, yeah.
Yeah. Bond droppers.
Got him.
Good one.
Oh, yeah. Nice and fried. Feeling good.
That's what's up. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a great show, man.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and wrap this thing up
Yeah.
with a tight bow.
Hey, just man, look, just watch. Talk to your people, man.
Yep.
Talk to your
We'll
people.
What did I say? Reiterate.
Yeah,
Reiterate that. Yeah, check in on your people.
for real.
Somebody you ain't heard from in a couple of days, and that's not normal. Say what's up. Take them out to lunch. Buy him a burger.
Shit crazy, man.
Get a milkshake.
You know, you just never know, man.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. We're all battling different shit. You know.
Keep vibing high.
Yep. Definitely. So, Awkward Intelligence. I'm Intox along with
Bdot, baby.
and we'll catch you next week. Holla at you.
Bomb droppers.